Am I talking down the barrel or over here?
You want to talk to?
Well, let's do interview style, just so yeah. And then maybe we'll do a little down the barrel thing. Down the barrel. So, have you worked with the Glass Eye Pictures guys before?
Well, one of the guys, Larry Fessenden, actually directed me in an episode of Fear Itself. It was the Skin and Bones episode, and I was tickled pink to have him come looking for me because he, as he put it, he sat up and not knowing what to do with this role. I played a Wendigo guy who was lost 60 pounds on a camping trip and came home wanting to eat the wife and kids, as you do. And casting was like, who do you get for that, right? So he said he sat up in bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, staring at his ceiling, going, "Doug Jones!" And that's how I met Larry Fessenden.
Fantastic. And Flesh and Bones, that was a Fear Itself episode. Wendigo was a movie as well. There must be a running theme in Larry's world.
He does love him some Wendigos. He had some Wendigos at the end of an early winter, the last winter that Mount Perlman happened to be in. Yes. Of course, that movie was in English.
Yeah. That was the translated version.
Right. Right.
And now you've done a lot of different types of acting. Have you ever worked in the purely audio medium? I would call it radio, except there's no such thing as radio really anymore.
Right. Well, today, voice and animation still has a visual element to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
This radio drama, this is my second time. I'm sorry, I did do a Halloween half-hour radio drama for blind kids. It was going to be a sense-around experience where they bring them into a theater and have smells and shakes and sounds and spritz of water and all kinds of things. I did do that one time. And but this is still a lesser-known art form to me, being a very visual type actor who, I guess if I'm known for anything, it would be the movement thing and my hands flailing about. So being just this and just this is an interesting twist, and I love it. I absolutely love it, because you don't have to go through 5 hours of makeup now, do you?
Yeah, no, there was about 5 minutes of handshaking and then let's go.
Want a pulled pork sandwich? Sure. Now let's get to work.
Yeah, keep the pickles off the microphone. That was fantastic. So did you find the experience freeing or restrictive or just different?
Oh no, it's extremely freeing, because the imagination can make anything happen, that you're not restricted by physicality or a costume or a set or running off the edge of a soundstage. In here, your voice can take you running all the way around a planet and back if you want. I love that.
Which is a lot less expensive for us to create.
There's the good part. Right?
I know when I was coming up with the idea, I was thinking, now what's the most expensive thing I could never shoot on film? Right.
This might be one of them.
Right.
Outer space. You got 2 suns. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Yeah, everything but the kitchen sink in there. Right. And the character Max, he's kind of a unique fella.
I love Max. And when I first read the script, written by you, young fella.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I know. I clicked with Max immediately, and I understood why one might consider me for him. He's whimsical. He's delightfully mad, and but he's also kind of scary. He's got and I knew when I started my career visually. When I started my career, I knew since I'm not Brad Pitt, I must be either funny or scary. And so that I think that carries over into the voice world. It did today, because I think Max is a little funny and a little scary.
And why not be both?
Why not be both at the same time? If anyone could pull it off, it would be an android.
Right. And I think it was probably one of the funnest times I've ever had working in a studio with 4 actors, a bunch of microphones, and just our imagination.
What was interesting about this particular setup too, being a radio drama. It felt very much like the old radio days, which I wasn't around then, of course, but to have all of us in the same room at the same time with the flow and the banter happening over and over. Any voice work I've done before has been by myself, and then they patch it all together later. So this was nice to have the rapport, the energy, the interaction, the flow, the build, and the ebb, all that.
Yeah, and the next time we do it, maybe we'll get a little orchestra of sound effects guys with little mason jars and things.
Right, and an audience of people clapping, and the Colgate girls dancing through during commercial time. Yes,
Perfect.
We do it all.
Well, if this is a success, we'll be sure to do that on the next one.
Okay.
Until then, we'll just have to patch it together on our laptops.
That's right.
Right. Thank you, Doug Jones.
Well, thank you for having me.
Such a pleasure working with you.
Thank you so much for having me, especially from a boy who's been dubbed over one too many times in my career. To be recognized for my voice is a true gift. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. So, could you perhaps tell us a little bit how you know the Glass Eye Pictures guys? Yes.
Das ligt mooi, die heb net wel als je maar met Larry Festen ga dan maar voor
And before that?
Nee, voor nog ja, vlag net.
We need subtitles, please.
Yeah. Okay. So then after you guys had sex that time, then what happened?
Goh. Sa vleg nog maar genees moet glijden moet vrij. Dit lag nog wel bij je moet je gewoon nemen.
Larry has a small one.
Goh mensen.
What's it been like working in the radio medium?
Oh. Radio ga ik voor mensen maar ga eenmaal bij dat man bij mensen. Ik mensen maar mijn best friend. Maar gewoon met een naam.
And what'd you think about the script?
Yeah.
And what else do you want to know?
How well? That's I don't know where to go from there.
Ga hem af.
Bye.